The Brewers are second in the division, 1 game out of first. The Pittsburgh Pirates were in Cincy to do battle with the Reds, and it was the Pirates who prevailed 6-0. Francisco Liriano was in total control on the mound as he tossed a complete game shutout. Looking at the standings, the Reds are in third place in the NL Central, 4.5 games back. The Pirates are fourth in the division, 9 games back. The Royals were in the desert taking on the D-backs in interleague action, and it was the D-backs who grabbed the victory. The score was 3-1. Trevor Cahill earned the victory on the hill, tossing a complete game gem. At the moment, the Diamondbacks sit in second place in the National League West Division. They're 3.5 games back. The Royals are leading the American League Central Division. They have a small half-game advantage. The boys in blue paid visit to the Rockies at Coors Field, and it was the Rocks who came away victorious. Final score was 6-2. Jhoulys Chacin earned the victory on the mound, his 8th of the season. Right now, the Rockies are in third place in the NL West, 9 games back. The Dodgers are atop the division, 3.5 games ahead of second. The San Francisco Giants visited the Friars in downtown San Diego, and the Giants came away with the win. The final was 1-0. Kyle Kendrick started and pitched well enough to earn his 6th victory of the season. As of today, the Padres are in 4th place in the NL West. They're 13.5 out of first place. The Giants are at the bottom of the division. They're 16.5 games out of first. The Bo Sox paid visit to the Bluebirds in Toronto, and it was the Blue Jays who came out on top. The final was 2-0. Heading into today, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, 11.5 games out of first. The Red Sox are 3rd in the division. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Rays were in the Big Apple to play the Yankees, and it was the boys from the Bronx who were victorious, 9-2. Mark Teixeira was a fantasy owner's dream at the plate with 3 hits and 4 RBIs. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Masahiro Tanaka earned the victory on the mound, his 8th of the season. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. Looking at the standings, the Yankees are in 4th place in the AL East, 11.5 games out of first. The Rays are atop the division. They are enjoying a 5.5 game advantage. The Minnesota Twins paid visit to the Chi Sox on the south side, and it was free baseball with Minnesota the winner in extra innings. The final score was 12-4. Brandon Cherry was a fantasy owner's dream at the plate with 3 hits and 4 RBIs. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Ryan Presley was victorious in this one, earning his first win. Right now, the White Sox sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division, 11.5 games out of first. The Twins are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Indians paid visit to the Tigers in the Motor City. The Indians came away with the win. The final score was 13-2. Elliott Johnson had a huge day offensively, collecting 3 hits and driving in 3. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. Corey Kluber threw well enough to earn his 9th W of the year. At the moment, the Tigers sit in 3rd place in the American League Central, 8 games out of first. The Indians are 2nd in the division, only a half game back. The Halos were at O.Co Coliseum to take on the A's, and it was the Athletics who came out on top, 7-1. Yoenis Cespedes blasted 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total in the process. The A's starting pitcher, number 28, gave the bullpen a day off, turning in a complete game effort in the win. As of today, the A's sit in 2nd place in the American League West, 10.5 back. The Angels are 3rd in the division. They're 15.5 games out of first. The Houston Astros visited the M's at Safeco Field in Seattle, and it was the Stros who pulled out the victory. The final was 5-4. Jose Altuve turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. He is in the top 5 in the American League in stolen bases. Looking at the standings, the Mariners sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're 18.5 games out of first. The Astros are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Baltimore Orioles visited the Rangers at Globe Life Park in Arlington, and it was the Rangers who came away victorious. The score was 6-5. Right now, the Rangers sit in 1st place in the American League West Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. The Orioles are in 2nd place in the AL East, 5.5 back. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.